Murphy is behind him. He's got around about almost a 2-second buffer over Mark Scape at the moment. He comes over the stripe one more time, so that's the halfway mark.
You can see the readout there on his speed readout on the LED thing. You can see it just between steering wheel.
Yep. Seaton, 240 kilometres an hour. The gap between he and Mark Scape is starting to decrease. So Scape's starting to bridge that gap. It was up at almost 2 seconds. Now it's 1.23 seconds. So Mark Scape's starting to come on strong towards the latter half of this one.
Well, it's interesting because they're both on different tyres. One's on Bridgestone, Scape is on Yokohama's, as is Gardner, and Murphy is Murphy.
Glenn Seaton, Mark Scape, things are starting to tighten up now. In fact, Gardner has bridged the gap as well on Scape. So we saw Wayne come on very strong in the last race to work his way past Glenn Seaton and win. He might be able to weave a little bit of magic here and get himself past Scape. And in fact, if he finishes in that second position...
Oh, now back Marcus City. Here we go.
Oh, and Scape has gone. Scape has gone. Out. Oh, that is very disappointing for Mark Scape. We were riding with Wayne Gardner. You saw it through Gardner's windscreen. He just drifted off the end of the straight.
Well, it's same old story. You're under pressure. You're trying as hard as you can. If you back it off, you're going to get beaten. If you go into, you can outbrake yourself, and that's what Scape did.
Poor old Mark Scape. He's going to have to keep a keen eye out because here comes John Bow. Here is the Shell Helix replay.
Well, look at the disc. Look at that. Oh, what a great shot of the disc. Look.
Awesome. Just glowing. So hot. And poor old Mark Scape has just gone off the end of the straight. That allowed Gardner and Murphy to come on through. As Seaton crosses the strike one more time. 12 laps down, 8 laps left to run.
Be great to get in-car sound. I wonder what Scape said then.
Gardner is now up into second position, and that really helps his points chances. That will, if he remains where he is and Seaton remains where he is, Gardner will take out the round.
Exactly that, and Gardner's got just a little bit over 2 seconds on Murphy. So, you know, basically Gardner can just afford to take it easy.
It's all happening here at Calder Park. Fantastic V8 supercar action. Stick around. We'll be back after this. Thanks for joining us on 10 Sunday of Sport. You're watching race 3, round 1 of the 97 Shell Australian Touring Car Championship. And that's Greg Murphy hanging it out. The Mobile Commodore. He is sitting back at the moment in third position, fighting hard to maintain that third spot. Seaton and Gardner are ahead of him at the moment. I was just explaining before we went to the break that if Gardner can remain where he is, there's a Shell Helix update for you. Seaton, Gardner, Murphy, Ingle and Scape. Poor old Mark Scape, due to that...
oh, he's struggling a bit to get past Derek, and oh, dearie way.
Oh, that's allowed Ingle. Look at Russell
exactly,
Ingle all over the back. All over the back. Oh, a bit of a nudge there. Russell gives him a bit of a touch-up, a couple of touch-ups.
Dear me.
They come onto the main straight. Keep your eye on this, the battle between Ingle and Murphy. Murph's got just a little, looks like just a little more straight line speed there over Russell.
It did look a little bit like that, didn't it?
Coming into the bottom turn, let's have a look what Russell Ingle's got up his sleeve.
His arm, I think, because he'll never get around the outside. Scape back up in the picture again, look.
Here he is on the inside.
Gotcha.
The big nudge on the inside.
Oh, no! Out!
Can he save it?
Can he? Yes, he has.
Well done, Greg Murphy.
Whoa.
He hung on to it. I thought it was Tyre Wall City there for a moment. There you go.
Oh, JP.
Ingle had more up his sleeve than his arm.
You're right. Oh, dear, that was a good one, wasn't it? Like that.
Bit of push and shove from Russell Ingle.
Yes, gotcha.
So they're coming from everywhere, the challengers. Poor old Greg Murphy's getting pushed back position by position each time the further he goes around the track.
And I think he can hear his team manager's voice echoing in his ears.
Oh, look at that! He's coming from Alan Jones.
Oh, wow. It's not Murphy's day, is it?
This is the big hello and welcome to V8 supercar racing for Greg Murphy. His first Shell Australian Touring Car round, and the regulars have made him feel welcome.
He can hear his team manager saying, we want to get some points.
Here's the battle now for third. Russell Ingle has taken over that third spot, but Mark Scape wants to get back up into the top 3. He was running second earlier on. The Coopers and Lybrand Commodore is running hot. Keep your eye on this one. Remember, out in front at Seaton and Gardner, they're doing just fine. There's about a 2-second gap between them out in front. We're in the dying stages of this third and final race, and this is the battle between Russell Ingall in the Castrol Commodore and Mark Scaife. Mark Osler, this one's a ripper.
Has a stop wall to wall, isn't it? We're just looking at Alan Jones come past the pits that time around, and a lot of smoke belching from the back of the Komatsu Falcon. There may have been some damage on that turn when he came onto the pit straight. We'll keep an eye on that.
Onto the main straight they come again. Ingall and Scaife.
Does look like Ingall's thing's got some horsepower over Scaife's.
It was interesting that the previous lap, wasn't it? The HRT car over the Castrol car, and Ingall's car.
Oh no!
Mark Scaife has done it again. He's just overcooked it. Let's hope he can get back on and maintain at least a top 10 position if everything's okay. Having a bit of trouble getting going again. Now he finds gear and away he goes. Rejoins the circuit okay. Hang on to it, Mark. There's only a couple of laps left now. I'm not quite sure if that was Murphy who just went around there. Here's the Shell Helix replay.
Just locks her up. You see there, back end locked up, and nothing you can do about it. See the old front brakes. I think probably the front brakes are getting really hot, so that makes the back end work better and just locks up, and nothing you can do about it.
A couple of our privateers at the back there. Darren Hossack joining the V8 supercar ranks. Here's Greg Murphy weaving his way around. He is now back in 8th position as he comes across the strike. Caught back there with John Faulkner and a few of the guys. We have a look now at Glenn Seaton. We go back up the front of the pack. He's driven a very sensible race, a good race, and there's the gap back to Gardner. It's now almost creeping up towards 3 seconds. It was under 2 seconds earlier on. So I'd say Gardner's just happy to just consolidate and settle for second.
Perfect, yeah, he's got 5 seconds over Russell Ingall, so there's no need to rush. That's good. That's nice for Gardner to get a, you know, it's all come together for, you know, he was nearly in tears earlier on.
Oh, it's a fantastic, just positive start for 97, which is what the Coke team needed, as Glenn Seaton brings it onto the main straight. We are getting very close to
last lap,
the end of this one. Wayne Gardner, let's hope everything can hold together for this final lap. He is on his way to his first Shell Australian Touring Car win, and I don't mean a race win, I mean a round win, and he thoroughly deserves it after the way he's driven here tonight. Then this third and final one, all the credit's going to go to the Ford Credit Falcon of Glenn Seaton. Got away to a terrific start.
Oh yeah, you've got to say that Seaton is really good at starts. There's no doubt whatsoever. And it makes life so much easier. You can get into the first corner first rather than getting like 3 paces down. It gives you so much work to do that you don't really need.
He's going to bring it home, and he's going to give the Ford fans something to cheer about, because they've brought it on home ahead of the Holdens for this third and final one. Well done, Glenn Seaton. He takes out race 3 here at round 1 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship for 97. There he is. No excess of emotion. He just seems quite happy and content. He comes in for the win ahead of Wayne Gardner, and Russell Ingall, according to our records, has hung on to third. A good, sensible drive, Barry.
Oh yeah, I think getting back to Seaton, it's just really, it's good for him to start off the season in a semi sort of decent way by comparison to, you know what it's like if you start off the season in a bad way, it just never ever seems to go right. Like Gardner would be, just have a look at his face, he would be so happy.
Very, very happy, and he thoroughly deserves it. Gardner winding his way on in. Let's check the Shell Helix race score for